What's up, everybody? Today is the first trip in our project cars. We are taking them to the dyno and we are going to find out what kind of power they make and if they can even survive the dyno. I had a dream last night that my car just exploded.
I'm hyper nervous about it. I don't know why.
I'm a little nervous. I'm more nervous than I probably should be.
Yeah. That dude's gonna go harder on our cars than we have already. So.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous.
Anyways, we've got about an hour drive out to the dyno, so let's see if these cars can even make it there, and then we'll get nervous.
So the question is, what do I think this car is gonna make? I don't know. Let me guess. My best guess, if I can make more than 300 horsepower, I'll be happy. I think it's gonna make more than 300 horsepower. If I see 500 foot-pounds of torque, I'll do the happy dance. I'm thinking 340 horsepower, 490 foot-pounds of torque.
We got the good stuff. 93. Everyone knows 93 makes more power. Anything over 4, I'll be happy. If I get a 400 horsepower number, and I'm happy. 430 would be optimal, but yeah, that's what I'm going for. And then torque, I don't know, 4. 4.4, that's what I'm going for. So I really need something with a lid. We got a welded diff, no cup holders, and stick. Yeah, and a bucket seat.
I want a hot coffee.
I really would love a hot coffee right now. I would love just a black coffee.
They should do something like that. I mean, what is it, plastics? You can't have that hot coffee in plastic?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take the plastics right now. I really don't want a Frappuccino at 8 in the morning.
Get an automatically shifting transmission.
That would help.
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna get a hot coffee and just hang on to it the whole time. Because I don't have a cup holder either.
You're crazy.
But I just gotta shift once.
The tight ratio 6-speed sounded like a good idea.
Yeah. Until you want to drink coffee. Until you want to have coffee.
I mean, that with the diff just makes it just. Yeah. And no power steering. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, get a frappe.
Wow. They used to have pots. Remember that? Where you could just. I'd have been done by now. If there was a pot. Coffee and a show.
My $5 coffee with the sealed lid leaks. It leaked all over my passenger seat. Now I'm sticky, the car's sticky. I'm gonna get made fun of.
Made it. No problem. I mean, drove great. A little bouncy, but it's okay. How did it look from back behind it? Did it look like it was bouncing all over the place?
No, not too bad.
Really? It was a good time. It was a fun drive. Let's see what she's got now, huh? I'm excited. John's getting set up on the dyno. You think he's going to be close to his numbers?
I think so.
I think so.
He popped my hood and said it looked nice. We're off to a good start. So we're gonna have a little leaderboard here for every positive. So if we can just give me a little check mark here for a 1 of looking nice. See how it runs.
He said he liked your hood, but in a negative way. So that's.
Is that deductive?
No, he liked it. I think he was being sarcastic.
I think so. So technically that deducts a point.
Yeah. Yeah, sarcasm. I mean, might as well deduct 2 points because that's. He didn't just say a negative.
He did kind of go out of his way.
He went out of his way to say that hood's stupid.
That's fair. Well, it is.
Yeah. That's at least 5 points.
So yeah, so I'm gonna say didn't like the hood.
Didn't like the hood. Didn't like it enough to take it.
It was actually too ugly for the dyno room.
Yeah. He said, get that out of here.
Get out of here with your ugly hood. This is a reputable establishment.
Please, for me, make it. lot more stressful than I thought.
John, how you feeling?
Good. I mean, it survived that, so it should be good, right?
6,200 is where it starts to 360.
Getting there. I'll never get used to that.
I don't want to. I've seen guys pull more, but that's
Cool, yeah, do you think it's safe? Yeah.
So what's the number?
363 to the wheels. Which, we'll have to do the conversion, see what that is to the crank. But I'm happy with that. Feels good.
that is huge right here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
So was that the timing that was dropping the torque like that?
yeah, probably. And the tune-up, the fuel mixture might not have been perfect right there either. It was close, but
So what do you think the driving difference is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a big...
oh, it's gonna be way torque. Like if you when you jump on it, these lower RPMs say up to like 5. It should pull way harder. Because we went from
Cool.
say like I'm gonna guess you're around the 300 range here at say $4,000, and now you're say 330 or 320 at that same RPM. So
Yeah.
it's definitely pull way harder.
That's a big gap.
That's what it needed, was more power.
You had a big hole in your graph, dude.
That's never a good place to be.
Isn't that the first scene of the first Fast and Furious movie?
Oh, they do say so.
There's a hole in the graph, man.
So, my first run before the tune was 352 horsepower and 330 foot-pounds of torque. Then after all the adjustments, my max horsepower was 363 horsepower and 346 foot-pounds of torque.
That's pretty cool.
You excited for your car?
Yeah, I have to pee so bad. I gotta get it done before I put my car in there, or I will pee my pants. I will, dude. There's a couple bottles right there. Yeah, I'll go pee inside somewhere. I'm sure they got a bathroom. All right, guesses. I would like to see 300 at the crank horsepower and 400 torque at the crank.
Okay.
That would make me happy.
We found the only cruise ship dyno in the area. You can take this car.
Stay together, whole girl. Just hang in there.
Heck yeah, dude.
You see it move on there a little bit?
Yeah. That was awesome.
396 torque to 25 torque.
So,
Now we make it better. We just broke 300 to the wheels, so that's pretty cool. 300 pounds of torque to the wheels.
Nice.
So, which turbo 400, he said's about he said a 25%
25% loss.
power loss. So 25%
So
of
we got do
300 foot-pounds of torque. Well, it's 310 right now. So 25% of that's like 80-ish, maybe 70. So we're getting pretty close to 400, I think. Trip-wise. So it's at max power and torque it's gonna make. Pre-tune, we ended up at 296 foot-pounds of torque and 225 horsepower to the wheels. Post-tune, we got that number up to 310 foot-pounds of torque and 240 horsepower, which is not what we were looking for. So this is where we need your help. We need to find out why the Buick didn't make the torque that we expected. So pause the video, go back, look at our dyno graph, and see if you can help us find out why. Well, they made it. They didn't die on the dyno.
When he hit it, I thought it was going to be more gentle. It was a little harder than I thought.
Yeah.
But it didn't break, so.
Yeah, and these are, compared to some of the stuff he puts in that dyno, these are relatively low horsepower.
Yeah.
They went great. The Buick still runs great, so I'm happy with that. That was the highest RPMs I've ever seen it at, and these things don't love RPMs, so I'm glad we're happy.
Yeah. I've only taken it to like 5 before, and when he hit 6, it was like just screaming. And I was like, well, if it's gonna come apart, it's right now.
I was stressed out for you guys.
Well, that's the thing, is it's on the dyno and you're running back through everything
Exactly.
that we put together on this. And did I tighten that? Did I torque that? Do I have enough oil in it? Do I have enough coolant in it? It's a lot of thoughts. Then you just kind of throw it away and say, blow it up, give it more timing. give it all she's got. Well, these are going to be fantastic rides for the summer.
Yeah.
For sure. So it's time to take these out.